jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Yo, shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-Side official. No negotiation needed, period. You already know. The first in the building. Martin King boxing on deck. What's good with it? Salute. Appreciate you pulling up. Listen in, playback game, no doubt. Just came in. You know what I'm saying? Just started. So let's get right down to it, man. Appreciate you pulling up, though. MKB is in the building. For the rest of you that's en route, I know it's Sunday. Man, hit the like button for me. You know what I'm saying? Back at it with some boxing talk. You know? This wasn't exactly one of those fight weekends where you jump in and you're running through the streets and saying, damn, I really felt good about the sequence of events this weekend. God damn it. I mean, that was one of the best fight cards I seen in a long time. You know, real talk. I mean, my breathing is where it should be. My blood pressure, you know, man, looking at those fights was pretty entertaining. This wasn't the weekend. This wasn't that weekend. Okay? Just to be clear. But first, hey, let me give a big shout out to my guy, the News by Shaw News Sauce Experience. I just want to highlight, you know, he obtained his certificate of completion. You know what I'm saying? Has passed the New York State Concealed Carry training. You know what I'm saying? Including 16 hours of classroom and 2 hours of firearm safety instruction. I believe that's what it says. Was satisfied. And that's good, man. You know, he's always applying extra certificates and administrative search to his portfolio for what he has going on in his future. You know what I'm saying? Outside of, you know, his retirement that's on the horizon. But hey, big shout out and salute to him, man. Doing big things, you know, behind the scenes that deals with, you know, just expounding on, you know, possible business ventures and also in the sport of boxing. So just keep your eyes open, your ears tuned for big moves. You know, from Shaw News, who continue to show you that he's a multitasker, a mover, And he's not just sitting around like a lot of you guys behind the microphone wanting to be platinum YouTube members. You know what I'm saying? So big salute to him, man. Once again, I already know what it is with you. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out. Continue to grow. Continue to lead. You know what I'm saying? Continue to have that initiative, hunger, and go out here and make things happen while others sit around and complain about what you have going on instead of them worrying about what they don't have going on. Back to the boxing topic. So I had a issue with the Amanda Serrano fight. Amanda Serrano stepped in there and fought this lady right here, Stevie Morgan. Stevie Morgan. Okay? And as I seen Stevie Morgan, alias the Sledgehammer, as you're looking up, age 35, 16 bouts. Okay? Height 5'8". 14 wins. 13 coming by way of knockout. Hosting only 2 defeats and only been stopped once. And that one time was by the one and only 7 division champion Amanda Serrano, y'all. You feel me? Now, her first boxing match was June 2022. Yes. Yes, a mere 2 years ago. We in July 2021, and her first professional fight was June 2022 versus Shaniqua Frazier, who was 0-2. Okay, as you're looking at her resume, she did have majority of those 14 wins out of country. That's not even the topic, because she do have some red, white, and blue, you know, under the USA colors. She did have some fights over here. Okay, I think like maybe 3 or 4. This is my deal. You know, shout out to Jake Paul, MVP Promotions. There were some strange fights. You know, shout out to the fighters who are able to be on that promotion, because he's doing what he can for the sport of boxing. You know, I used to clown the Paul brothers, but they proved me wrong. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him for making the moves that he's making as far as his promotion goes. Now H2O, a blossoming prospect, so to speak, was knocked out cold the other day. This is not even about him, but I was like, you know, that came out of nowhere because he was winning the fight. I don't know what happened. He got complacent. I have no idea. But hope the brother's doing fine, man. For real, because that was a brutal knockout. I mean, that was face first on the canvas, brutal. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really playing about that. I just hope the brother is okay. Okay. Back to Serrano and Stevie Morgan. I don't know where they found Stevie Morgan at. I'm not too sure if it was from Soccer Moms of America, to the PTA membership club, you know what I'm saying, or the YMCA voluntary boxing program, you know, to teach self-defense. I don't know, but somehow, some way, I continue to tell people when it comes to boxing, you can get fighters like this. All right, like Stevie Morgan. Let me step away from and show you another one. You remember her, right? I know y'all remember her. Do y'all remember her? Miranda Atkins? Y'all remember Miranda Atkins? 5-0 at the time. 5-0 at the time she stepped in there with Senicia Estrada. Do you remember that? Estrada stopped her in 7 seconds. Damn near killed a woman. Y'all remember? Damn near killed undefeated, clean 5-0 record back in July 2020 during the pandemic. One of the worst fights of the pandemic, real talk. One of the worst matchups. When I compare that matchup to this matchup, of course, this come in a close second. Only because she has a record. She has a whopping 13 knockouts. But Atkins hasn't fought since then, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. You're talking about a WBC silver light flyweight. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about a woman who was walking around, and anybody who would listen, it was more so like, hey, I'm doing something big. You know what I'm saying? I got the strap. I'm about to get this strap. Only thing I need to do is pull off a miracle. One of the worst matchups in women's boxing history was Tanisha Estrada. Then to match it up, the other day we had Stevie Morgan. Stevie Morgan reminds me of Curtis Harper, but Curtis Harper can fight. She might as well just turned around and walked out the freaking ring. It's almost like they lost track of time in the back and they put her gloves on without her wraps. And she had just got her nails done. So she was planning on going to a photo shoot and going to a gala gathering after the fight and didn't want to mess up her nails that was inside her gloves. She didn't put up. I mean, she could have fought harder in a dream she had about an ex. She didn't fight at all, bro. And Jake Paul, you paid her? Because if Stevie Morgan can get away with this bullshit we seen last night, man, we need to shut the hell up about anything Shakur got going on. We need to never, ever, ever. Because I know some content creators that love they Amanda Serrano. Yeah, they love they Amanda Serrano. They love the Puerto Rican queen. Yeah, Shakur Stevenson, he has Puerto Rican, right? He got some African in him, but he has Puerto Rican, right? He's plastered all over the freaking online based off what he did. But just the fact that Serrano went in here and fought this person at this stage in her career. And Serrano, her first professional fight was March 2009, and she still couldn't lay this chick down. This is embarrassment. An embarrassment. How does the women get away with fighting fights like this? And if any fighter with the experience that Amanda Serrano has would have stepped in there with an opponent who did this, man, they would have never, ever, 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 never, ever, ever let them live it down. They would always refer back and reference that shit every single time their name came up. How did she get a pass? How in the hell does Amanda Serrano, a 7-division champion, one of the GOATs of women boxing, Hall of Famer, fight her ass off? And this is kind of a tricky, you know what I'm saying, baton of criticism because I'm swinging it. And it's kind of hitting Serrano and it's goddamn slapping the shit out of Stevie Morgan. How you gonna fight Amanda Serrano trying to talk that shit? Look, y'all. I need to highlight. She's hosting. Gervonta Davis would be kind of jealous of this shit. Real talk. Gervonta Davis would be absolutely jealous of this chick right here. You want to know why Tank Davis would be jealous? of this chick? Because she too is hosting over a 90 percentile knockout ratio. He would be jealous when he saw this pull up. She's hosting 92.86% knockout percentage, y'all. Alias the Sledgehammer. Once again, her alias is the Sledgehammer. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure a lot of men out there understands and totally have seen one of these tools, okay? Sledgehammer is caused to break shit up. You know what I'm saying? Point blank period, to break shit up. They allowed her to go in there with a 7-division champion, Hall of Famer as we speak, 47 victories opposite 2 defeats and 1 draw, hosting a 31 KOs, and her KO percentage is 65.96%. Much lower than the KO percentage of a Stevie Morgan. But Stevie Morgan now, somehow someone massaged her record. Oh my God. I need to find that motherfucking masseuse. Somebody massaged it. Oh my, I bet the muscles was relaxed in that box rec. They saying to themselves, God damn, you one of the best in the game the way you massage this freaking box rec. Oh man, you got hands like none other the way you sitting up here setting these fights up. You are the best at it. You are the best. The way you massage Stevie Morgan's record, oh, you are the MFing best. I'm definitely going to lock you in and put a star next to your contact. Amanda Serrano's 35 years of age. And guess how old Stevie Morgan is? Come on now. 35 years of age too. She's the same age as Amanda Serrano, but obviously decided to get serious at a later date. But this is just unbelievable. She has a box rec ID. And there was a time and a place where Stevie Morgan was knocking heads off. She was knocking heads off so much to the point where somebody allowed her to use the alias Sledgehammer. What I'm trying to figure out is, I know there's different types of sledgehammers in life. I know if you're really trying to break some shit up, you can go up to Lowe's or Home Depot. God damn it. But for this sledgehammer, this was a virtual sledgehammer. This was a 3D print out of a sledgehammer. This was when Toys R Us was open and you wanted to take your little kid up in there and say, oh, you want a Tonka truck? And they say, yeah, I want a Tonka truck and I want one of those little sledgehammers. Is it okay, mommy? Yeah, sure. We're going to find out. What color you want? Let's go with pink. No, you can't have pink. Your father don't want you swinging no pink sledgehammer because they ain't breaking shit up. You know. Well, give me red then, mommy. Okay, you get red. He went over there and found that red sledgehammer. And messed around and was messing and riding that dump truck. And the sledgehammer fell out the dump truck. And the dump truck ran over that motherfucker and crushed it. Because it was made of plastic. It wasn't no real tool. And that's what I kind of feel like what was going on with Stevie. Stevie came in there with a motherfucking plastic sledgehammer, goddammit. She didn't come there to do damage. She didn't come there on her Tanya Harding shit. Swinging at knees so Nancy Kerrigan cannot take the ice. No, she didn't come in there on her Tanya Harding shit, y'all. She came in there with the plastic. Stevie say, man, God, come. Hey, don't trip, man. My name's Stevie, man. This gonna be short, quick, and simple, man. Forget what you heard, man. I'm here in the flesh, goddammit. My name's Stevie. My close friends call me Mo. But you can call me Steve Mo or Mo Steve, whatever. It's not going to be long. You dig? Stevie came in there, and let me see if I can retrieve this information because I looked early and it wasn't up there. Let me see, can I? I hope to God they got this shit up here. Hold on for a second, because earlier. Let me see if this is up here. You better stop it. You better stop it. I see it. Oh my Jesus. They have it. They have it. So let me save this image and let me apply it for instructional purposes for my viewers, because this is a must see. Okay? Let me replace Stevie with that amazing, superb, unbelievable performance that she had yesterday with a 7-division champion. A 7-division champion. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The fight was stopped in the second round. Okay? Now, the good thing about that is that I saw a lot that was going on with Amanda Serrano, but still, I didn't see Stevie on the canvas, fighting for her life. As you look at round one for Serrano, she landed a whopping 45.1%. She threw 91 and landed 41. Right? Let's go below to her opponent. And this is total punches landed. Morgan threw 41. I don't know where the 41 came from. If she was thinking of, if somebody, if they had someone that is blessed to have ESP, a psychic or something, maybe they was able to read internal thoughts, because I didn't see 41 thrown. Morgan threw 41 and only landed 7 to host a 17.1%. For the first round, okay? And then as we go over to the second round for Amanda Serrano, the 7th division world champion, future Hall of Famer as we speak, one of the GOATs of this era, she threw 35 punches, quite lower than the first round, and landed 17. Why not a knockdown? Why not, total punches landed though. This is second round, total punches landed. But please bear with me, okay? Bear with me while we step over here to Stevie Morgan. She threw a unbelievable 11 freaking punches and landed 3. Ichi Nissan, okay? 3. Uno, dos, tres. She landed 3. Now, I don't know where those 3 landed. But like I said before, I think it was some other shit going on there, some psychics, ESP, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. But let's go to the jabs landed. This should be interesting. Serrano threw 34 jabs and landed 11. Wow. And then in the second round, she threw 11 jabs and landed 2. Ooh, I don't know if I seen that. I just seen Serrano just punching and because her target was right there with the high guard. If you look at Morgan, she threw 12. Once again, I don't know this was external, what we seen on the outside physically, or what was going on, with the thought process and how the neurological process works with the psychics off ringside, and how they're looking and visualizing the shit that goddamn Stevie Morgan could potentially be thinking about. But the psychics, they seen her throw 12 jabs and land 2. Okay. These are from qualified psychics. Okay. And then you go into the second round, she threw 4 jabs and landed 1. Okay? And the reason why the numbers are significantly lower in the second round is because the fight was stopped. Thank holy Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Because this could have harmed a lot of people. When you place people in induced comas all at the same time, it's not healthy. Let's look at power punches strong. Ooh, this is where I thought Stevie, aka the Sledgehammer, was going to, oh my God, redeem. I thought this was where she was going to close down the gap on the 7th division champion and really get it thumping. Serrano power punches 57, landed 30. 7th division champion. Round 2, 24 power punches and landed 15. Okay, let's go down to Sledgehammer. 29. They say she threw 29. 2-9. Huh? Knee. Dos nueve. She threw 29 and landed 5, y'all, in the first round. Where the hell those punches at? Now I'm thinking, I'm saying this has to be in Vegas because I always mention two of my favorite freaking magicians, David Blaine, David Copperfield. Goddamn it, were they in? Anybody see them in attendance? Anybody? Did anybody see them in attendance? Second round, she threw a whopping 7 power punches and landed 2. Now, I would love to try to give someone a cash reward if they can give me a clip for evidence. You know what I'm saying? I would like a clip for evidence on these power punches that is being documented on this compy box, because something ain't jiving. Something is not jiving based off what I'm seeing here. Okay, that's all I want to say. Let me get to the chat right quick, man, because this is just unbelievable. Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz, some more salute to you, OG. How you feeling, bro? Hold on for a second, y'all. Shout out to Haynes Legacy in the building. Salute to your brother. Let me take that copy box down, because what I don't want to happen is for someone to start second guessing their sanity. Okay? This is Sunday. I'm all about helping the community. I don't want anybody second guessing their sanity. Feliciano, salute to him from coming up here. and letting me know that they do serve communion, the real thing. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody just do the grape juice, but some people, provide you with um what's that drink they used to have back in the day? Um Dang, what's that drink? When they come to me, I'll let you know. Um but obviously you had about a gallon of it on an empty stomach. You know what I'm saying? That's not the point on how she looked. The point is why she looked. She looked the way she did because she was in there with an overmatched opponent. You cannot condone a matchup like this with the amount of experience and superstardom that she's had. She's been in there with some heavy hitters. And to be in there with a Stevie Morgan, severely outmatched, it's inexcusable. Inexcusable. She don't deserve no tune-up. Hey, look. Why does she deserve a tune-up? Why does Amanda Serrano deserves a tune-up? She is a superstar, man. Why does Amanda Serrano deserves a tune-up before Katie Taylor? Seriously. She fought October 2023, and she's due to fight Katie Taylor in November. So you're saying this is okay for somebody who's on her league? Is this the first time that she fought Katie Taylor? Seriously, is this the first time she fought Katie Taylor? Let's get that. Let's get that understood. Is this the first time she fought Katie Taylor? Because I know the attitude is quite different when male boxers take a super duper mooey gushy soft touch like this before they step in the ring with another fighter. They get criticized and criticized and criticized. So why is it good for her? That's not even a soft touch. All she did was go to training camp and then step in the ring and the fight was over. She didn't go through any adversity. She didn't work on any timing. She didn't put no rounds in. All she did was just went in there and start throwing punches over and over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing Serrano was doing. And I like Serrano. But this wasn't a soft touch. She didn't need no... Look, Stevie Morgan did nothing for her. What's the definition of a soft touch at the end of the day when you're on the level of Amanda Serrano? What's the definition? A soft touch when you go in there and put in more than a round and a minute? You're talking about their rounds is 2 minutes per round. And what was that soft touch supposed to do exactly? Okay, I got it. Amanda didn't get rid of nobody. The referee went over there and stopped the fight. She didn't get rid of nobody. It wasn't like the knockout of H2O, flat on the face. None like that. She was throwing all those punches and the referee just stepped in. They should have stepped in the first round. It wasn't going anywhere at all. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't going anywhere at all, man. It was horrendous, man. It was a horrendous matchup. You know, it wasn't like she was working on any timing, foot movement, getting some rounds in, cardio, just working on her coordination, working on some combinations no, none of that. This was just a payday and that was it. And I like Amanda Serrano. I think she's hard-nosed. I think she's one of the best fighters of this era, period. I enjoy seeing Serrano fight. She come in there and fight. And I like her attitude. She has a very sportsman-like attitude all the time. Very professional. And I'm glad she was able to be signed over there at MVP. She's every bit of what she is. Amanda Serrano is every bit of what they say she is. 47 victories, 2 defeats. Of course, the women's side of the building, when it comes to, you know, they're getting their just due. You know what I'm saying? Their praise. It's always gonna come short when it comes to the male boxers, because of the level of competition in fights like this. But even when it comes to the males, their soft touches ain't like this though. Their soft touches ain't like this. You know, just think about how long Renkin, I think that was his name, Renkin, when he fought Williams, that black fighter who acted like he ain't never stepped into a boxing ring before. It was a 4-rounder, and he looked terrible, and that went viral. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, 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 Bruce. Yeah, that knockout H2 remind me of Fandora Mendoza, man. You are not lying on that. Exactly. You know, even Quintana, what's his name? Paul Williams and Quintana. I think that was his name they fought. That knockout was brutal with Paul Williams. Real talk. That car was loaded up with Florida fighters because they were easy to get and didn't even need a hotel room. Hey, yep. But you know, if they didn't need a hotel room, they should have looked a little bit further, just near the state lines there, Bruce. When it came to Stevie, they should have looked outside the state lines or something. They could have went to the coastline or something. They could have got on a canoe or a short vessel and rolled out into the water to see if any mermaids was out there, Bruce. I know there's female mermaids out there that had a better record than Stevie Morgan put on freaking performance. It might have been something new to the eyes of the boxing fans, seeing somebody flop around like that. A little awkward. At least Amanda could have worked on her footwork. You know what I'm saying? She was in there with an unorthodox mermaid. At least she could have then worked on some stuff she ain't never seen before, Bruce. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Bruce. They could have took a water vessel out there and found something different, to bring the shock value. But the shock value is like, man, this is horrendous. This is a horrendous matchup. This girl didn't want to throw a punch. You sitting at a 92 point percentile knockout ratio, 13 coming by way of not what? What? And you happen to be blessed to fight a 7 division, a Hall of Famer, one of the best to ever do it. They bless you with that, and that's what you do. You come in there and you just treat it like it's an old run in the mill tune up. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get your nails broken. You don't care. Just give me my check. Man, wow. Wow. Hey, man, I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, I know one thing. You've been around here long enough to understand what this boxing talk is. So just do me a favor and understand that you've been over on this side. You know. So don't come over here talking about hate. Nobody have time to be hearing that. And I'm not taking this serious either. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, don't come with hate with me, because whenever it comes to Amanda Serrano, I definitely let people know she's one of my favorite female fighters out there. You know what I'm saying? She's one of my favorite boxers in the game. So it ain't no hate here. It's criticism for the matchup. Is she the promoter? No. So why would you be talking about so the hates come? It was a terrible matchup. It's a terrible matchup, man. As long as you've been, supposedly following boxing, you would agree it's a terrible freaking matchup. It should have been advertised as an exhibition. There you go, man. You know what I'm saying? And the smooth that on out there, Bruce. If a mermaid was in there, man, it would have definitely been an exhibition, because the boxing world ain't never seen this before, man. That's why I'm saying the mermaid should have been on full effect, man. They should have came with something different. The rain canvas would have been a little bit slippery, but at least we would have been able to see something truly unorthodox. Nah, how you got Katie by Molly Wop? Katie didn't Molly Wop freaking Amanda Serrano the first time they fought. What are you talking about? MKB, come on, bro, come on. Katie Molly Whopping Amanda Serrano, bro, what is going on? What are y'all talking about? When they fought last time, the scorecards was 96, 94, 97, 93, and 96, 93. Okay? Two judges had it in favor of Katie Taylor. And of course, we know Amanda Serrano lost that fight. And then her other fight that she lost was early in her career against Frida Wahlberg. But when you talk about big names such as Katie Taylor, yes, Katie Taylor won a split decision, but she wasn't molly-whopping. You know what I'm saying? Molly-whopping? No. No, come on. Come on now. MKB, come on, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, satisfying me. That ain't my girl. Satisfying me. She need to satisfy her team. She need to satisfy the promotion. You know, speaking on it as I see it, that's the way it's supposed to be, right? The matchup was horrendous. For real. That was forcible anesthesia. That was visible anesthesia. That's what that was. Optical anesthesia. It's not the first of its kind because that's what they was getting on Shakur about, right? But this the only reason they're not really talking about this is because it's Amanda Serrano and females, you know, they kind of get the light side of things when it comes to criticism, just like you doing. You know what I'm saying? You're not being neutral. You're not being totally honest with yourself. I get it. Shout out to Deion Washington in the building. Stand on code. What's good? Tuscaloosa in the building. Salute. That's all I'm saying. That's why I put it up there. One of the worst matchups ever. I didn't say Amanda Serrano was one of the worst fighters ever. I said one of the worst matchups. Okay? One of the worst matchups. I mean, reading isn't fundamental anymore. That's been determined a long time ago. It's just not. It's not fundamental no more. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Seriously. Shout out to my guy Carlos Rosado. What's good with it, bro? I didn't see Amanda fight. I don't know if this was on the Jake Paul card, but I turned it off after Chavez Jr. Yeah, see, that was smart of you to do that. You know what I'm saying, Carlos? Because I don't know if you was eating a meal or not, but let's just say you was having an evening brunch, okay, that extended over, until you turn it on the fight card. Let's just say there was a moment where you was looking at Chavez Jr. and the apnea start to happen. You start to get a little drowsy. Now just imagine you in the process of eating something and you conclude that with the drowsiness and that piece of food that you was eating gets stuck in. That's what would have happened if you was looking at the first round and going into the second one. You know what I'm saying? Of Manny Serrano and Stevie Morgan. You would have fell asleep very, very quickly. It would have been just like when they look for that vein and give you an IV and say, okay, we're gonna now put this in here. You're gonna feel a little drowsy and sleepy, okay? And before you know it, you out. But the worst thing about it, if you was eating, this could have been the last time you ever saw a fight card there, Carlos. You could have been absolutely knocked out, choking, and you wouldn't have known it because the anesthesia that you was looking at was rough. That was an induced coma, bro. Stevie Morgan, aka the Sledgehammer, didn't even really throw hardly any shots about anything. You know what I'm saying? About anything that was important. It was bad. It was real bad. It was very, very bad. Whenever you see this right here, understand that Atkins has not fought since Estrada beat her down in 7 seconds. That's number one of the worst female fights ever. 5-0 and 5 knockouts. They almost caught a body. Estrada almost caught a body, yo. Nobody want to talk about this. She almost caught a body. Real talk. She almost caught a body. This woman has not fought since Estrada beat her down in a Schedule 8 round fight. It didn't go outside the opening 2 minutes. Miranda was down. Okay. Miranda Atkins came in there with a clean, undefeated record and was down within seconds. The fastest knockout in women's boxing history. And they actually recorded that. So I'm saying to myself, if this is supposed to be a soft touch, why couldn't Amanda Serrano go in there and knock this female out and beat the record? That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, I don't want to. Somebody might have sent her the link. I don't want her to be around her kids and she end up seeing her, hear me talk about this and seeing her picture up there. I don't want to do it like that. But for Stevie Morgan, yes. I don't know if you ever going to return to the ring after that performance, but it was embarrassing. It's a lot of recreational activities to do down in Florida, and you need to find out what you can do during your off time. If it's volunteer work, volunteer, but stay the hell out that ring. Stay out the ring. And shout out to your manager. Shout out to your manager for getting you that fight. Shout out to her for getting paid. Salute. She did her job. She did her job. Okay. But let's hopefully this goes by very quickly and people forget about it, because it was absolutely atrocious. And for the fans that continue to try to freaking come to her defense and make up all these dang whack excuses. Once again, all these whack excuses. Those of you who are trying to, advocate in her defense, there's no advocating. She never should have been in there. You know what I'm saying? Amanda Serrano, you got a big fight coming up with Katie, and this was a waste of our boxing lives, man. A waste of our boxing lives. Anyway, I did want to give a shout out to the send-off. Terrence Crawford had a send-off in Omaha, Nebraska. Salute to him. We're ready to see this fight. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely ready to see this fight. And get our minds back on track, man, because this right here, this was something that we didn't need. You know what I'm saying? This is something we didn't need. This where insurance companies have to, they have to come into the picture. You have to pay your deductible to get therapy. For real. For real. I don't know if your deductible may be $500,000. This is where insurance companies come into the picture. And appointments have to be made. Seriously. That's all I'm saying. But shout out to August 3rd is on the horizon. We're actually 8 days per se out from the 1 year anniversary of the T-Mobile massacre. Just wanted to put that out there. And also, Shadeja Green. I forgot to mention Shadeja Green. She suffered a knockdown, and that was a good fight. She came out victorious. That's another fight where she had a versus. She need to really work on her defense and everything. She just can't be walking somebody down, not letting her hands go. You need to use the jab and work your way on there and on the inside. Else you may get countered, lined up real nice and get countered. And then you want to put your hand up like, oh man, I wasn't hurt. I wasn't knocked out. It's the fact that you was on the ground though. You never should have been on the ground. I covered Shadeja before when she was on the circuit coming up. You know what I'm saying? Late starter, late bloomer, whatever you want to call it. So some of those errors of deficiencies that you see playing out in front of the TV, kudos to her being able to sign with MVP Promotions. That's a big deal. Kudos for her for being able to understand what those bright lights look like. But she have to do better on defense and closing the show. You have to, Shadeja. You have to. And I did have an interview with her, before. Nothing but love. Salute to you. Wish you nothing but the best in your career. You feel me? That's all I can say on that. Shout out to Big Blunts and Boxing in the building. Salute to your Blunts on deck. Somebody, her jab was pristine last night. She didn't get hit flush. She slipped and got punched on the way down. She was up there with her hands wide freaking open. Like they was dropping off rocks. They was goddamn dropping off freaking cargo to the back docking station. She tried to say she was going out. So the knockdown, just because she was what did you say she was? She got punched on the way down. Why was she on the way down? Did she trip? I mean, she had her hands wide freaking open. You could have drove a Prius through there and parked it. Her defense at that moment was infiltrated. But that didn't say the whole fight was bad. I didn't say the whole fight was bad. I just say she need to work on her defense. If she got hit on the way down, that is what boxing is about. Her opponent did right. Her opponent took advantage of an opening due to Shadeja complacency. And it wasn't enough to get her the victory, obviously. But she still was dropped. She still got the count. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah. She slipped on a sign. Well, hey, when you look on BoxRec, what is it gonna say? It's not gonna say she slipped on a sign. They're gonna say she was knocked down. I hear what you're saying, but they're gonna say she was knocked down. It's all good though. She can come back later. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Green. I'm not gonna spend too much time on her for real. For real, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to her, coming off that loss. I don't know what happened. Franchon Cruz Lazarn is nothing to play with. It's the plan that they had. They didn't come up success. They wasn't successful in that. But shout out to her. That was a good fight. That was a good fight. But it's levels. And Shadeja's still growing as a late bloomer. She's still growing into the game. I got pictures on my hard drive when she was fighting in North Carolina, man. You know what I'm saying? When she was carrying fighters, just trying to put rounds in. It was just hilarious. But every fighter go through it, per se. They go through it. Cushioning their record and building up their experience and confidence and so forth. So, shout out to her team. Real talk, shout out to her team. She's not a bad person at all, man. You know what I'm saying? She's not a bad shit. They just cool people. Real talk. Cool people. But once again, we have August 3rd coming up. Shout out to Crawford had to send off again. And a lot of people looking forward to his matchup with Madrimov. Madrimov, whatever pronunciation you want to use, but people looking forward to this. Seriously, people looking forward to it, and they just want to see how he's going to look at 154. I think, truth be told, it's going to be a lot easier than what people think. Seriously, I don't see him, um, you know, speed wise. You know, some of the success he had in some of his other fights is because those fighters chose to fight him like that. None of those fighters have the style that we've seen with Crawford. So boxing IQ is definitely going to play a significant role, and also the strategy, the boxing IQ. You have Madrimov coach going in there against, a proven, seasoned, champion trainer in Bomac, and then also you have Crawford, who's considered the best in the game, going in there. So it's going to take more than just physical strength, during those 3 minutes. It's going to take more than physical strength. It's going to take some education. Madrimov is going to have his best showing to date, and he's definitely going to have to go into his notes that he took for this fight and try his best to apply a strategy, 1, 2, or 3 that works for him. Seriously. But I think this fight may potentially get stopped by the referee. I'm not, I think it may be a TKO stoppage. I'm real bad with predicting rounds, but I do believe Crawford can get the TKO stoppage because these guys are tough, man. Moving up to a higher weight division, some of these guys, they have the pride and they don't want to get knocked out. I just hope the referee don't let it go on if he gets in trouble, go on too much to the fact that it ruins Madrimov, because Crawford definitely going to put those hands on him. Going to put them paws on Madrimov. He going to put them paws on him. I know there's a lot of Americans, once again, is just going to the well. You know what I'm saying? They go into the Madrimov well and pouring water in the well. They ain't withdrawing water from the well. They ain't drawing water from the well. They adding water. This is the water with the 0.9 alkaline in it. You didn't get it from me, but I just want you to stay hydrated. Go in there and beat that guy, okay? I'm American, but go in there and beat him. This is the premium water. They up there pouring alkaline water and all this other freaking sports performance smart water into the Madrimov well. You know what I'm saying? They trying their best to help him out with assistance. But anyway, man, y'all hold it down. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MF game. You already know what it is. Till next time, hit the like button. Continue to support. I'm out. Peace.